Hello nieces and nephews, it's your Uncle Charles and welcome to my YouTube channel. And me, who am I? Well, thanks for asking. I am just your fellow retail trader that really loves technical analysis. So if you are a fellow retail trader like me, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on that notification. It would mean a lot to Uncle Charles. We're going to start this all like we always do with the flow sentiment, which is, as usual, bearish, filtered for 500k premiums or above with the puts. Very bearish today, 91%, only 9% in the calls, okay? So big money is still pushing to the downside, and we are seeing a lot of bearish price action today, okay? The bulls are in trouble, and we're going to talk more about that, all right? But there you go. That's the flow sentiment, very bearish, and we're going to move on to my Discord where I post all my trade ideas, my commentary, my extra technical analysis, extra content. If you love Uncle Charles, the Discord is where it's at. So I'm just going to talk about the bear case because the bear case is the strategy that we, played overall today. And I put here, I'm overall bearish below 385.5. That was my resistance level. And favor a test of 380. Keep in mind, that's not a prediction. It's just unbiased technical analysis. Okay? So, bearish below 385.5. So, if we're bearish, gotta look for puts. Okay? And I wrote right here, as long as below 385.5, you can look to short from resistance. Okay? And look at this. Here's the 15-minute chart. All my levels are based on the daily and weekly chart, my support and resistance level. But I like to use the 15-minute chart to execute my trade. And here you can see SPY open up testing my resistance level at 385.5. I had a zone to be specific, 385 to 385.5. That's my yellow line, resistance zone. And you can see it did clear 385, but it could not clear 385.5. Rejected. All right. And then here is where it closed below my 384 level. Okay. I had the next support at 384 to 383.5 support. All right. So what's my strategy? I look for puts when the support is lost. So I saw 384, breaking down, but it was still in my zone of 385.5. I looked for puts when 385.5 failed, took profit at the very next level, around 382 to 382.5 zone, okay? Took profit, level to level. That's how Uncle Charles trade. If I enter a resistance, I look to take profit at the next support, okay? If I enter from support, I look to take profit at the next resistance. Okay, now mind you, I'm bear biased below 385.5. All right, so when I took profits here, I left a small runner in case the market want to break down this support and give Uncle Charles a nice home run. But it decided not to. It broke out over here, recaptured 384. Uncle Charles got stopped out on his small runner. So I took most of my profits here, left a small runner, like 10% of my original position, got stopped out. Okay, so didn't get a chance to switch over to the bull side. I didn't want to switch over to the bull side anyways. If we cleared 385.5, I would have. But as you can see here, it started testing that zone again, rejected. Uncle Charles looked for puts here. Now here's why I look for puts. You can see on this candle, it closed above 385. This candle broke back below 385. So I considered, hey, that's a false breakout play right there, okay? Mind you, it was no guarantee that this was a false breakout play. All right, I saw it dropping below. It was looking weak. I took a risk, and it worked out for me. And I took profit right at a little below 384. Level to level, guys, and left a small runner there. All right, obviously, the small runner had to hold it through some pain. Had a good entry on it, but theta. But it eventually worked out. Boom. Took out that 384 level. All right, that was the warning. And here's where it broke down 383.5. My runner was running, plus I added more to my position. This very next candle back tested 383.5 as a resistance. I saw no reason to cut my loss, and it just kept dropping. And Uncle Charles ended the day very, very green. I wrote in the first update, I'm overall bearish below 385.5 in favor of test of 380. I love it when a plan comes together. It actually broke below it, but then at the end of the day, it recaptured it, okay? Overall, if you're a day trader and you played it unbiasedly, especially if you use Uncle Charles' level, very, very profitable day, okay? So we're going to move on here, okay? I'm going to do my analysis on the 4-hour chart because the two core patterns that Uncle Charles is watching, as usual, I mentioned many times, is this bear flag in the blue line, All right, you can see on this candle right here, on the 4-hour candle, we broke down, massive breakdown. We've been talking about this bear flag for quite some time. Even the last time when we washed below it, you can see here on the 4-hour chart, it never closed below it, but this time we did. So that's a breakdown, guys. Very bearish. All right, so SPY would need to bounce back up above 382, 382.5 to recapture this bear flag, okay? But as long as it's below, that is a breakdown, and breakdowns are very bearish, guys. All right, the next support that I'm watching is from this triangle pattern that you can see in the red or pinkish line right there, okay? Red line, okay? The breakdown level for this line is, as of right now, 378.5-ish, but for tomorrow it's gonna slope up. So by tomorrow, the breakdown level will probably be around 379.2-ish. So keep that in mind, all right? Yeah, around 379, 379.2-ish for tomorrow. So keep that in mind. Below that is a breakdown of this triangle pattern. Very bearish if it breaks down. Okay, guys? Only bullish tomorrow if SPY can recapture this bear flag and possibly can go back and test the 385.5 level. I have some resistance at 383.5 to 384 zone, but it could possibly go test 385.5. Okay, and above that, if we can clear 385.5, we can possibly go test the resistance of this triangle pattern, which is around 390 breakout level. And if it breaks out, we can possibly go fill out the rest of this bear flag. Okay, I'm just being objective here, guys. Don't shoot me. There's a bear case scenario, then there's a bull case scenario. I just want us to be prepared for either scenario that can happen. Okay, all I'm saying right now, though, as long as this breakdown of this bear flag holds, as long as we're below 382, Uncle Chartist is bear bias. Keep in mind we have CPI tomorrow. Anything could happen. Everybody's expecting it to be bearish, to be negative. All right, keep in mind. If the majority of retail traders are thinking bearish, the news got us thinking bearish, most likely it goes the other way. I'm just saying. All right, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I just want us to be prepared. Don't hate Uncle Charles for that, please. And if you do hate me for it, then it is what it is. I'm just trying to help. All right, so moving on. Here's the VIX. It recaptured that triangle pattern, and it needs to clear 27.59. It backtested as a resistance today. Triangle pattern needs to hold, so it needs to stay above 26.5. Clear 27.59 to trigger more upside to be bullish. Okay, bullish VIX is a bearish SPY. Right now, it's in false breakdown mode. Okay. Triple Q talked about yesterday how we had a false breakout and a double top scenario, and Triple Q showing us even more downside. All right, so I have resistance at 287 now. As long as below 287, I'm favoring we go test 283. Below 283 is 280.5, then 277. To be bullish, it needs to recapture some resistance levels, starting with 287, 289, 291. Okay, guys, Dow Jones giving us a nice back test of this level that we lost yesterday at 312.3. It back tested at resistance, had a strong rejection, and now it's in our 309 to 310 support zone. All right, so can't get bullish unless it recaptures 312.3. As long as below, I'm favoring 305.5 to 306. So excuse me, 303.6. All right, below that we can possibly go fill the gap around 298.8ish, 0.5ish. Okay, guys, IWM also showing a little bit more downside, not as bearish as the others, but it is more downside. So support is at 170. If it fails, 166.7 is in play, then 165.7, and then 163. Okay, only bullish if it recaptures 174.3. All right, and look at Apple finally hit that 148.2 level at my 38.2 retracement level. Strong rejection, guys. So the next support's at 145 to 143.5. If it loses, if it fails, look for puts, guys. All right, only bullish if it can continue to hold 145. That's one thing, and clear that 148.2 level. Tried today, but had a strong rejection. Okay, 145 is lost. That's your sign to get more bearish. Tesla still in false breakout mode. False breakout is bearish. It lost that 707 support level yesterday. Today, it tried to open above it. It gapped up, but it lost it intraday, okay, and continue to push down right to the next support level around 686.7ish, okay. So as long as we're below 707, I am bearish, and I favor another test of 686.7, which is a little weaker now, and if that fails, definitely going to see more downside, okay. Only bullish if 707 is recaptured. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you guys today. Uncle Charlie gave you a bearish warning last week. All right, and then I said stay bearish below 385.5. It's been working out pretty well, and I hope that you guys found value in my video and were able to make some profit out of it, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.